Okay, I got all the healing skills now. I think I'm actually ready to be fighting this this Cadillac of a man, Funbaba. You might not like it, but in fact, I would say you probably absolutely despise it. Hate it with every fiber of your being. But this intense loathing does not change the fact that this is peak performance. The zenith of what a human could possibly hope to achieve, Funbaba. Needless to say, I still love this guy. But it's not even all that important to try and fight him right now. I mean, even if I do manage to... Really? Okay, well, I guess he did use Gigavolt last time. It's just frustrating. Still, though, I feel like I need to take down this guy as a matter of pride, even though Terra is still adamant about not actually joining the group. I don't remember exactly what you need to do here to make this work, but... to get her back in the party, but still, anything to see Funbaba once again, of course. Just look at him! He's great! Oh, great. 1,000 Needles, I think that's called in all subsequent entries in this franchise. Usually the signature attack of the Cactuar. Doing exactly 1,000 damage, because I guess the idea would be that each one of the needles does 100 damage, which is clever, but also annoying. So come on. Funbaba, now that I can actually heal myself, and I don't just take 1,000,000 points of damage from everything, this shouldn't be too big of a deal to take him down. It's just he is lasting a surprisingly long time despite that. Still, Blitz, I mean, even though... I don't know, I suppose I did the wrong input here. I should probably try and do the suplex again to see if I can't get that working for me. Oh, never mind. Don't even get to beat him here. Well, to be fair, it would be... The real tragedy would be Funbaba dying and us never having to see him again. Yeah. You didn't even let me give you back all of your equipment and everything. And also fight in the party. I mean, you know that alone, we all have a fraction of the health that any individual boss or enemy have. Well, I guess I gotta leave. Ah, well. At least I do get Fenrir. That's cool. I don't actually know what that's like. Do I have a... I want to say Unicorn, I probably have... Well, I got the Cure. That's the most important bit. But let's actually take a look at Fenrir. Hey, X-Zone. Send an enemy into the X-Zone. I talked about that a little bit earlier, where there's an exploit where if an enemy is invisible, they are... you will always hit with a magical spell, and this has normally a low chance of hitting, but it is an instant death spell. So, you know. Just kind of combine those two for an easy way to take out every single enemy in the entire game. And I think good for grinding, too. Also, MP plus 30% ain't too bad. Look at the MP that I'm using right now. I'll take it. Now, is it super great right now? Am I really going to be planning to instant kill every enemy in the game? No. But I'll probably give at least an attempt occasionally, you know, to show that off, because it's a pretty famous exploit, I'd like to say. As it is, though, I'm just gonna cut all the way over to the westernmost village on the snake chasm here, because this is gonna be kind of a trek without a chocobo this time. Okay, man. All right, so we've been told that there is still ships leaving from the port over in Nikia. Nikia? I guess I would call it that. And this has also been the place to go and do a lot of the grinding. So it's not the first time I've been in here, but the first time that I'm actually going to try and do something storyline important, let's say. Hey, it still is, at least on this continent. Do you consider the Snake Trench to be a continent? I don't know. The best place to kind of suit up everything. And also there's a chocobo stable back here. So that at least made getting back to Mobliz easier. I mean, not getting back here that consequently, but still. Uh-huh. Also, what? Wait, nobody else talks like that. Okay, so I think you can probably see where this is going. Gerard? Gerard? Okay, now come on. That's clearly just an anagram for Edgar. Yeah. It's like they're not even trying to fool you here. Which is good, because Edgar is kind of one of the more important characters to get around here, and if I'm remembering correctly, he's right here. Hey. Yeah, obviously. He didn't even try to come up with, like, a fake name. Edgar, you don't have, like, amnesia or anything, do you? Because I swear to God, if anybody else gets amnesia in this game, I'm gonna be mad. Look, I know it's a very convenient way to create a storyline or something and kind of explain the ins and outs of especially a fantasy world like this. But, come on. It's already happened so much. Yeah. Thankfully he doesn't, but it's just like... He's working with thieves right now. Presumably to try and get back his castle because of the sandworm attack. Which is reasonable. It's one of the few ways that we got for like fast travel in this game that aren't ships or airships. Still. I guess I'll say that I don't hate amnesia as a plot point as much as stuff like revenge stories, which I'm always ready to talk about. How much I despise seeing, especially in video games, but I mean, oh boy. It gets overused in games, especially like this, so much. Like, look, you can trust me to figure out stuff. Just don't go full like Final Fantasy 13, where you have to basically read the in-game wiki to understand what's going on. That was a little bit... I want at least a little bit of hand-holding. Just a little bit, though. But you don't have to go full on, okay, let's explain the ins and outs of this world because you don't remember anything. So, now is a hiding spot. Alright, cool. Wait. No, yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's not even that I need to shop, it's that I have many a thing to do as of right now. And these guys just hanging out in here, then? I mean, is it better or worse than the Empire troops? To have a whole band of thieves. Sweet little girl. Well, Realm? It's probably Realm. I'll deal with that a little bit later. As of right now, thank God the Chocobos are still around. That is the most important thing. Oh, I went out in the world forgetting there was one more thing that I had to do here, so we're gonna become unstuck in time for a couple seconds while I go and deal with that. And then, yeah, we'll reset the timeline, and it will be a lot less confusing immediately after this. You can see Gerard Guard right in the bottom right corner there, too, which is kind of the thing that I was missing immediately. Yeah? Look, if I don't talk to you, you don't go. That's the problem. Alright. I think everything is set up now. Let's skip right back to everything else. Even in this blasted hell world that we find ourselves in, that we still get ways to avoid monsters. No, that's it. I just don't want to fight monsters all the time. Please understand. So yeah, as you can see, big desert. Hence why I kind of chose the more deserty type of menu this time. That's the justification I'm going with. Sure, whatever. Look, the other types of menus are kind of hard to read and don't look very good. Anyway, I'm going here. That's right. Because obviously you're not able to see the the castle, it's underground right now. But yeah, like, I mean, you know, oh, sure, we're going to be taking a boat, but like, it's very hard to read. And then you got like this. And even stuff like, no, it's got to be something like this. Well, anyway, let's get in here. Look, I want to keep, Oh, wait, no, this is actually a new enemy. I forgot, because as you'll see very quickly, this is a place we have seen before. However, with some very impressive boss-looking characters that certainly do not act like bosses. Yeah. I mean, I want to keep changing up stuff, but I also want it to be, like, legible in some way. Very early on in the game, went through these caves. A lot of fun there, too. Man. These are some monsters. Especially that one in the upper left corner looks like it's straight out of... I don't even know, like Darkest Dungeon or something. Not super powerful, but this is the point in time where things are starting to get some very, very irritating status effects at like all the time. So can't be too uncautious when it comes to fighting these dudes. The Humpties, on the other hand, not really. You know, I don't think those guys actually appeared in any subsequent entries in the Final Fantasy series. Go figure. Just speaking of which. Yeah, there we go. Neck Hunter is the upgrade to Head Hunter. I mean, I guess your head is attached by your neck, right? That's the best I got. Okay. Get right over here. If I'm remembering correctly, it's just right up here is the way, at least closer over to the castle. Oh, wait a second. I'm talking during one of the fighting scenes. Forgetting the whole format of this series. You go away for a couple days and you forget everything. No, it's not this one. Now that it is the World of Ruin, the chests would be changed up if I didn't open them earlier, and they would have better stuff in them, but, you know. And the timeline has been restored. Okay. Yes, you can't exit from there anymore, as I found out. I can't believe this turtle has plot relevance after all. Maybe the most surprising thing of anything that's happening here. There's a familiar character that we'll be seeing a little bit later. I don't remember if we're going to be able to find out anything about him right now, but he is an interesting fellow. Yep, no chests. It's unfortunate, but what treasure could be better than a party member? And the answer is none. None treasure. Because, I mean, come on. I kind of need to get the band back together more than anything else right now. Yeah, I mean, have you guys still been, like... It can't have been too long since this has happened. I mean, Celis has been out for a year, apparently. But... Does everyone just say the same thing? Celis has been out for a year, but I mean, this must be a more recent event, right? That's the only thing I can think of. Well, hey, the big reveal. You couldn't go down to the basement earlier because, well, it's a dungeon. Dungeon with some of the same characters we've seen before, but... And also not literally a dungeon, despite being in the basement of a castle. It's just, you know... Oh, boy. You know what, let's just run from this one, in fact. You're just going to keep getting confused and everything. Yeah, not a literal dungeon, like you would expect, but the mechanics of how the castle moves that apparently takes up more space than the entire castle just by itself. Edgar, I gotta say that, yes, it's cool to have a mobile castle and everything. I don't really know if this is the most efficient use of space. Ooh, crystal. It's heavy, but provides good AC and also doesn't impede spellcasting. Now, it's just Yeah, the healing is getting a little bit intense. But hey, that's why I've been picking up all of those elixir from the clock the entire time. Also, I still have, like, ethers and, what is it, the tinctures? So, it's all good. Alright, in the meantime, I think I actually wanted to go through the middle there. However, I'll take the crown, sure. Probably say... No, I mean, it's fitting. Being the, brother of Edgar and everything. But yeah. I guess it's not actually as large as the rest of the castle, but it's still a pretty sizable place, and considered a dungeon just unto itself. Should have let me down here for some more grinding, really. Alright, now, I do know that there is a little bit of a fight here, and by a little bit, I mean a very irritating one, so let me just real quick, yeah, where are my tinctures? Here we go. Kind of make sure that I'm prepped up for this. As you can see, there's a bunch of yellow diamonds wiggling around on top of the engine. And that's the problem, really. All right, let's do this. A lot more impressive when you look at it like this, eh? Well, yeah. So the tentacles are not, like, the most dangerous enemies, but oh boy, are they some of the most obnoxious. I mean, I remember that just as a boss, like the first time I played this game, it's, like I said, not difficult, but the fact that they keep doing that over and over is just the worst. Anyway, I should probably try and, I don't know, focus on one here for the most part, and then attempt to take it out first, followed by kind of, you know, focus on one at a time, basically. Try and prevent the amount of things that are going to be seizing my party members over and over and over till the end of time. But hey, at least Edgar already has all the healing that he needs to be able to make any sort of boss fight work, so just kind of got to watch out for that. Still, it's like they can't act when they're frozen like that. Oh yeah, and I also can't forget that tentacles also poison you, so that's, you know, one of those fun things that, even on top of everything else, just the worst. Drill, still as effective as ever. Should have got that chainsaw, though. But, man. Getting that chainsaw is too hard. Of course. And I am almost positive that I cannot suplex these things. Being, you know, embedded in the ground and all that. Come on now. There's at least one down. Now. Quit poisoning Edgar. I need him for the fight. Hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully nobody else gets grabbed before any of this happens. Not even like a real monster. It's just a huge, massive tentacles. I thought it was supposed to be attacked by a what'd they even say? A bunch of sandworms? Not quite what I would have expected. Anyway. Yeah, just beating through all of the, the powerful magical spells cannot compare to the drill, which is working out pretty well for me right now. That said, it's not like I have too much else other than powerful magical spells if I'm not using Edgar. So, yeah. You can also get heals by seizing party members and everything, but what does that even matter here? Yeah, and you can't even, like, hit the things to try and force your party members to be out anyway, which is just even more annoying than anything else. Can't catch a break with these things. I think they do also have, like, their elemental resistances and everything, but it doesn't really matter too much. There we go. Okay, with only 2 left, I'm thinking that this should probably become significantly easier, right? Like, this cannot... They can't keep grabbing me like this over and over. And I'll just go for the bottom right one. Whatever, that's fine. Is Bolt enough, or is Bolt going to get absorbed by that? No, I think we're good. Alright, alright. Maybe this would be a time to try and use, like, X-Zone or something, but I didn't even really think about it. So, that's fine. So what does that do? Because I don't even think I've seen them use Entwine before. Well, I guess it's not really going to be too relevant anyway, because we are just about done here. Alright, yeah. Man, I really gave him nothing, didn't I? I suppose I should also, like, I don't know, haste up party members at this point in time, now that I actually have a bunch of spells and party members and stuff that's, like, a lot more relevant than early game. Being able to attack as much as possible is a lot more important now. But then again, I'm also almost done here. Might as well just go for just a bunch of attacks. Sure, like getting Antidote on there and everything would be nice, but it doesn't matter. Actually doesn't do too bad damage, just hitting by itself. Hey, Warp. I want to use MP instead of Warp Stones, and I don't. It's just harder to find. I can't just put it at the top of the... I don't think you can alter skills in the same way that you do items, where I just have Warpstone as the first item on the item list. But then again, I don't know. Yeah, stealth is not that much of a thing in this game. As we've seen several examples of in this episode alone. I mean, it's true. It wasn't, even though it was considered a boss. It was just a bunch of weird tentacle things. Oh, yeah, everybody's poisoned. Shouldn't forget about that. Just, you know, as a matter of kind of cleaning up everything that's happening here. You couldn't have just, you know, healed me as soon as I was out of the fight or something? No, okay. X Potion covers HP to 100. I mean, whatever. Watch as that becomes the deciding factor by endgame. Nice. And I'm betting right now... No! Really? I don't know, it seems good. Is that not considered optimal? Huh. Well, whatever. Doesn't really make too much of a difference either way. Now, you no longer have a bunch of tentacles gumping up the works. Can finally get across the desert. That's right, if you try to go across the desert by yourself, you're not going to be getting anywhere. You do, in fact, need to do this to be able to do that. Nonsense? This is supposed to be like Massacre? It's a weird way to translate that. Anyway. Hooray! Yes. There's not really too much else to do here. Let's just want to hang out. Or at least as far as I know. Maybe there's something else I can do to go get, like... I don't know. What other character? Shadow or something? I don't remember how to get Shadow at this point in time. I do remember a decent amount of characters. But not every one of them. And, like, the process that it goes to getting them back. Terra, probably the most important of them. Like, I remember Terra. I don't remember exactly what you need to do there. Anyway, Kohlingen, which I believe is just right up here, right? Or I mean, I think way up on top, that is the Colosseum, but... Yes, I remember the first half of the game, too. That's what it looked like. If you forgot. Had a much more green color palette, and, that's it, basically. Well, actually, before I go into the inn. Man, you didn't have to Terra destroyed your house. It's like it's still here. Still destroyed, though. No, not yet. Right, Cyan. Shouldn't forget about him, either. Are you talking about the guy that opened up the Colosseum? I don't know if I would really count that. Ah, dang. I think it's because I already took it, right? Ah, well. Not a big deal. Did, Locke's girlfriend survive the end of the world? Somehow. Wait. That's pretty ridiculous. I mean, literally continents shifted and everything, but somehow, like, I guess all of these areas were very earthquake-proof or something? Ah, well. Anyway. Hey, Setzer. Great. It's one of the party members that I never really used. I guess I'll take anyone. Yeah, I know, right? But certainly you probably have a good idea as to where to find another airship, despite the fact that there was only one in the entire world. Look, just accept it because I want an airship. Very silly, though. Come on. There we go. Some of the party members are easier than others. Daryl is very, See, I told you. Daryl is a very, name. There are like 3 locations to go on this entire continent. I think I could figure this one out. That said, hey, another party member. First off, I guess you probably should get Unicorn out of anyone here just because, well, kind of doesn't really have too much for skills as of right now. And you got almost everything, but not actually everything. Edgar, on the other hand, is mostly set for, like, a lot of skills, but I don't really know. Yeah, he's got, like, all the heals. Got, like, all the vanishes. Sure? I don't know. That's fine. And Setzer, I'd like to give him... I'd give him Maduin, because that's just one that gives you a lot of, like, really good stuff, but I don't know, give him, like, regular cure and everything to start with, and then maybe move him up to Unicorn to try and get everything else to work there. Also, real quick, I have sold all of my cards. Well, let's go fix that right now. I don't use him, what can I say? Really? Wow, I'm just short, I guess. Here, have a buckler? No, that's worth nothing. Have a blizzard. There we go. Randomly dispatches an enemy. Actually, maybe I don't want that. Because we are going to a tomb. And I'm sure you can probably guess what that means. Ah, well, it's probably fine. It's quote-unquote potentially fine. I guess I got no money right now, so... I'm gonna go stay at the inn because I am very low on MP and everything, but... nothing else here is... I shouldn't need to upgrade anything else, at least for right now. Kind of already done that up to this point. Alright, then in the meantime, yeah, just guess I'm moseying down to the tomb. Can also go up to that Colosseum up north, but, well, something you want to save for a little bit later, I think. Deep Eye and Moose? I guess like a, you know, like a, what, dessert? Because that's usually what those things are usually called, like flans, right? Okay. That was a good heal. What? Oh, that's what the Soul Saber does. All right, then. I don't know. I don't think I ever used that in the original playthrough I did of the game. All right, cool. I don't know. It's called the Soul Saber, right? Just get it stolen by the death itself whenever you strike an enemy, but apparently does no damage. Ah, sure, whatever. I mean, I'll tell you what's lurking down there. It's a tomb. A bunch of ghosts and goblins. And power demons, like this guy. Look at him. He's a skeleton who's got very bad breath. And also so many zombie effects. Oh boy. This is gonna be a lot of fun. Oh, yeah, he's got poison claws on. I forgot about that. There he goes. Oh, wait. I guess that's... you know, I'll just warp out of here. Oh, man. Okay, come on now. This is getting perhaps somewhat... Yeah, instantly dispatches an enemy. Well, this is like the worst time to be using these particular weapons. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to instead... Right. Man, and it just took off like all of the health too. So I guess what I'm going to instead do is actually go equip up like Blizzard or whatever on Edgar. Because hey, ice is fine, right? Soul Saber seems like something I kind of want to mess around with though a little bit later. Setzer, I guess, is not going to be able to attack at all. He's just going to be using slots the entire time, eh? Well, at least I got a decent amount of curing as well as... Oh, yeah. I remember this area now. Yeah, he's got a decent amount of curing as well as, like... I don't know, Phoenix Downs and everything to be using... Which is probably what I'm going to end up having happen. Alright. You should be fine to attack. You're going to need to slot and do nothing, apparently. Let this healing go, right? Yeah, that's fine. Ah, my soul! You'd best be a zombie, as they say. Also an amulet? I don't know what that does. Interesting. I might actually have to go back and get like more Revivify at this rate. Although really, after I fight these the first time, I'm probably just going to be using Warp Stones to get away from here, but still. Zarina Gown, which I think is like a realm thing, so I ain't going to be using that too much. Oh, Mad Oscar, which is what they called Marlboro back in the day. That's a pretty famous character, just usually all about inflicting a bunch of status effects on you, but here, not quite the same like boss level monster that it was in later games. Still, hey, first appearance of it. In this game, at least. I don't know, maybe it appeared in other games. I don't really remember. Also a bunch of undead flowers, which, yes, those flowers are in fact undead. It's kind of ridiculous. It does nothing if you don't. first go hit that one switch. Well, anyway, I do think that you can just... There's like a zombie or imp changes to from imp. No, I guess I don't have any sort of heal for that. Because, yeah, Revivify doesn't really work. Revivify is what you have to use for zombie in particular. Remedy does not even work. It's very irritating. Anyway, now with the water back up, it's easy enough to go on those turtles, which, you know, tombs and turtles just go together so well now, don't they? Yeah, it's weird because you can see the turtles. It's just they don't do anything until you actually, you know, hit that. I think this is actually the critical path. I probably should have gone to that other room first, but well. From what I remember, it's just an Easter egg that's all like, hey, Squaresoft, that's the game you're playing. Basically. Like something that's not very relevant to actually completing the dungeon. Right, save that there. I do like that it does have the background for each one of these. That's pretty cool. And if I'm remembering correctly, yep. Did remember that. And it's presenter. Great. Well, I mean, hey. At least now I actually have, you know, the whole ability to stand up to getting hit with powerful lightning attacks, unlike usual. Because, I mean, prior to this, the entire thing with whatever this dude was called, which I don't actually remember, kind of like the first boss in the game, was that if you hit the shell, it hits you with a pretty big attack. And here, well, I can actually survive it. So, whatever. Magnitude 8, I think it was originally a lightning attack, but, you know. This is fine. Alright, come on. Yeah, do it. Do the thing. Alright, well, anyway, Drill also, just additionally, will be able to hit through the shell pretty easily by itself. Okay, so it is like a, apparently it is a, like, ice elemental, so I suppose I'm just gonna go with fire for the rest of this. Seems like the best bet. That said, 300 is not nearly as much damage as it could do. Oh, and it still has lightning anyway. That's, great. Cool. Okay, well, even though this is not quite the place that I expect to be using a lot of Phoenix Downs, sure. I guess that is a completely reasonable usage of this anyway. I can only hope that Celis also hits Sabine right now. Excellent. Okay, good. Because that would have been annoying otherwise. Ah, come on. I don't even know what, like, the dragon is? Okay, there we go. Considered a boss, apparently. I don't know if I would really... Also, yeah, get distracted here. You actually have to hit confirm on that. Dragon Claw, probably a Sabine weapon if I was going to take any guess. And also, I just equip this or something instead. Considering that the whole poison is not really doing me any favors. I don't know what else I would equip up the Genji glove on, but I suppose it doesn't really matter too much now, does it? Use an awful lot of MP there, so let's do this and get back to actual dungeoneering. Okay, one more chest. Only comes out at night, I see. Who actually equips that? I don't know, I think that looks like a shadow weapon, I think? Well, don't have him just yet. Neat. I mean, of course, what else would you expect? I don't think this is actually considered a... like an undead monster, but I'm not entirely sure either way. That said, I should keep on top of healing regardless. Man, you are terrible at this, Setzer. Why do I even bother with you? Okay, so what's going to be the best thing to be using against this? Because I have absolutely no idea. Yeah, wow. That's a big one. I mean, that is ice, so I suppose that is probably what I'm looking to use. Fire. Or a bombing run from an airship that no longer exists. Sure! Alright, just keep using Cure. Keep using Cure over and over, should be fine. Yeah, stuff like the Phantom Train you can just hit with a single, The Phantom Train you can just hit with a single, Oh boy. That actually wasn't as bad as I thought. Hit with a single Phoenix down and it'll kill it immediately, but not quite the same case here, I believe. Either way, it's working out regardless. That's healing though, right? Yeah, I think I'm good. Mugu Mugu. Just gonna keep on top of healing anyway, though. Just continuously use Punch, because, like I said, the controls are not as good as I want them to be otherwise. For whatever reason, the way I'm doing this right now does not allow me to do some of the more powerful blitz attacks. So you know what? Pummel's easy to do. I'm fine with it. That's what I say. Did I accidentally cure the boss? I'm not entirely sure what happened there. Or is it curing itself? Hey, don't hit me with a Morning Star. What is that? Anyway, yeah, just keep on top of the healing and everything. It should be fine. I'll probably want to say that Dullahan. Wait a second, this is called Dullahan. What is the... That's not what that looks like. That is like an undead chariot. What is this sort of nonsense? And that skeleton clearly has a head. Hey, wait a second. None of this makes sense right now. Okay, cool. Don't worry, I mean, I can just... Nobody else is dying here as of just yet. I'll just keep on top of healing, as I keep saying, and then... should be totally fine. Don't cast it on... No, it's casting it on everybody. Come on, man! Quit! As soon as I start to have some characters fall, then it's like every character starts to fall because this thing is so fast. This is what I'm talking about where I need to start casting haste and everything, I think. Because like certainly some enemies are a little bit too rough to try and deal with this otherwise because they're just... Ugh. Can't even get like an attack out here before anything happens. Okay, well I guess I'll jump back as soon as I'm a little bit farther in the fight. Okay, well there, I guess just beat it the old-fashioned way. Whatever, that's fine. Very, very fast enemy. I guess it makes sense. It's on a cart, right? Well, whatever. Also, Setzer died, but that shouldn't surprise anybody. Anyway, I do believe that... Well, first off, before I even go anywhere else, let's go back and, save. I just get the feeling that it would probably be a good idea. Anyway, Also, the other thing that happened was it didn't continuously cast Pearl over and over compared to last time, so made it a little bit easier. Oh well. There we are. There we are. Let's get all up in there. Because all that we really did was just hit a switch anyway. Alright, what? Was that supposed to do? Because I do not remember. Yeah, same thing. And? Yep, the giant staircase in the middle of the void. I understand. Shows you the memories that you have. Like that one part of Earthbound. We found out that Ness is the most boring character of all time. Yes, I also remember this. Wasn't this the same cutscene as when the airship was crashing? Excellent. Probably doesn't have all the cool gambling stuff in it, though, which is unfortunate. I like that bit. I mean, we can, but we're not going to do that just yet. Exactly. You do need to go find the friends first. It's like, aside from that, it's like, man, it's gonna be nice to have that again instead of just using chocobos and everything. I'm not entirely sure where that is. Well, Locke was sending out birds before, which the one nursed Celis back to health earlier. Yeah, but sure, that's good enough. Oh, it's down in the little L thing. Well, I'll be checking that one out next time, though, because I think for right now, that is quite a bit of progress to be made in one episode.